Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's we're hunting through. We'll be looking for commemoratives ones and... Oh, no we're not, we're looking for alphabet 10p's. I went to autopilot mode there. We're not doing £2 or 50p's, we want the alphabet 10p's. But we will take a territory coin, a foreign coin, something that shouldn't be in amongst all these 10p's. Ideally though, we want a 2019 dated alphabet 10p because we've got 6 to go. So far we've got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V and X. So if you get one of those last 6, that would be very exciting. Now the 2019 dated ones are so low minted and hard to find. We have started another 2018 book. This is in fact my third 2018 book. Again, we're making good progress. So far I've got A, E, F, G, H, I, K, L and M, N, Q, P, S, T, U, V, X and Y. So again, any of the missing 2018s would also make for exciting finds. So let's get into these bags to see what we get today. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'll be responding to some recent comments left on my videos. If you get a random love and like from me, good chance that I've taken a screenshot and will be using it in one of these future videos. To get a question to me, just leave one on one of my recent videos. Once a week I scroll through and take a bunch of screenshots from my database of questions. Before we get to the questions though, just a reminder, next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, both 1 PM, I'm going to be at the Royal Mint Experience for the last trip of 2024, getting the Snowman Striker and 50p. They are special Christmas tours, so they're not the standard numismatically focused tours, but I think it's a whale of a time there and I'd highly recommend going along to it. Oh, there we go. F for Fish and Chips, my favourite design, 2018. Amazing, they're still out there, keep looking for them. Right, we get our first comment from Lightning Lad Shorts. It says, I have a question for anyone including Christopher. How do you stop your silverproof 50p's coins from toning, and what do you do if they tone? Oh, it's not a problem I've been suffering with too much recently. So there's lots of thoughts about it. There's that black foam and there's the white foam inside the capsules that people blame for accelerating toning. Toning is just a natural occurrence. It happens to precious metals. If you think about silver cutlery having to constantly be polished, of course you don't want to polish the coins. There is professional conservation that you can do, which is very different from cleaning. It doesn't damage the coin but restores it, but as a general coin collector there's not a lot you can do, and whatever you do probably will end up damaging the coin further. What do I do to stop the coin from toning? Well, you keep it in a place that doesn't see extremes of temperature, so garages, attics, those things will get very hot and then very cold. That will exacerbate the effect of toning and other detriments to your coin collection. What I have found personally, if you take a coin brand new from the Royal Mint and you just make sure it's entirely twisted shut, if you think about it like a clock face, we're talking less than a 5-minute turn, just to seal it up, because I've been into the factory floor where they make all the proof and BU coins and expecting to see them all kitted out in PPE and it being a closed off controlled environment. It was not, it was just an open warehouse. So I think if it's a humid day, that humidity might get encased in that capsule as well. So unfortunately not a lot you can do other than keep an eye on it and hope it doesn't happen too much. Right, Tism Coin Hunt says, just got the all I want for Christmas is Q jumper. There we go. I did one year have a different Christmas jumper, but there's nothing that's going to be all I want for Christmas is Q. I love it so much, and so I just reissue each year in different colours. So I was very happy to get mine out. Although I think I have learned that the 1st of November is a bit early for Christmas jumpers. I've got to wait till Guy Fawkes night. Then after that, then that's my compromise, because some people were groaning at me, but you bar humper people. Ugh. Anyway, Patrick Gibson WU8NM says, hey Christopher, I was wondering whether you could help me with some coins I got in my change the other day. I got two 2p coins, both dated 1971, and they are new and uncirculated. When I questioned this, they said they got an entire bag of them from the bank, so I am confused how they are so old yet so clean looking. Thanks in advance. What I would imagine has happened there, because they're dated 1971, that's the first year we adopted the decimal currency in the UK, what has probably happened is someone has thought, you know what, if I keep a couple of rolls of these or a bunch of these in absolute pristine condition, in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years time they'll be worth a fortune, and 50 plus years later someone has gone, these aren't worth much more at all, even in brilliant condition, and have chucked them into circulation. That's what I would imagine has probably happened there. Oh, a second one. P for Postbox 2018. 2018 was the first Alphabet 10p I ever found when they first hit circulation, so very special coin to me. Right, Iris Ferguson says, why are you wearing a Christmas jumper in November? Are you trying to start something, son? There we go. Okay. How's this for compromise then? Like I said, I will wait till the November 10th. No, remember the 5th of November. 5th? 9th? What? 5th of November, isn't it? Of course it's 5th of November, Christopher. 6th of November then. That's a compromise, right? The problem is, like, putting Christmas decorations up, I do try to put it up early in November. I haven't this year yet, because it's such a faff getting all your Christmas decorations out and putting them up, and then you've got to take them all down just to have them up for the 1 month of December. Doesn't feel long enough for the effort put into getting all the Christmas decorations out. So hence, once we're past Halloween, and now the new rule past bonfire night, it's Christmas. Christmas is it's Christmas time, yeah. Right, Conqueror says, a week ago I gave my collection of £2 to the bank, including a dozen or so uncirculated and proof. I wonder if it goes into circulation in England. So you can spend the non-circulating designs. I've done it before just to put some out in circulation as a bit of fun, because I think what one I did recently was the J.R.R. Tolkien £2 coin. None went into circulation. It's a beautiful design. It's a lovely coin, one of my favourites. So it's such a shame that none went into circulation. So if I spend one, eventually that'll land up in someone's change, and hopefully it's a coin collector, and it will absolutely make their day, because when I've been fortunate enough to find a non-circulating design on a £2 coin or a 50p, that's a fantastic find, and it's a joyous occasion. And so I've put a few out and spent a few, and thinking about doing some other things along that thread, because again it would make a coin collector's day to find one of those exciting coins. I'm sure it will land up in circulation, and you've made some coin collectors very, very happy, so well done to you for doing so. Right, Phil Higginson says, I know checking micro writing is a little bonkers, but I might have checked for lefties. 2016 are quite common, 2017 less so, and much more scarce in the following years. So this is regarding my £1 coin hunts. I hunted through £3,000, I've got on my screenshot, £3,000 worth of pound coins to find my first 2023 B pound coin, and was very happy to have found my 3 of them in that video. So yes, I'm aware that there is the microtext error, but knowing that I could be looking through quite a lot of coins before the Bs finally started turning up, I decided that I just didn't have the time to invest to check up for the micro lettering on every single coin. But the lefties and righties I wasn't checking because they are fairly common, and again it doesn't particularly excite me. It's just a bit like the edge inscription writing on a £2 coin. It can be upside down, it can be one way, it can be the other way. It seems to be a similar thing with the lefties and righties, and again doesn't excite me enough that made me want to look. I did check for the collar errors, because you can check them by just rolling them around and checking the edge of the coin, and I've had a few come across my path. Unfortunately none in that £3,000, but maybe next time we'll get luckier. Dean Pierce H6E says, hi Christopher Collects, I have a question for you. Why do you collect coins when they are not worth anything? You always say they are all common. Not true at all. I don't always say that all the coins are common. When I find a common coin I will say it's a common coin, but part of the joy of collecting every coin collection, to be a complete collection, if you're collecting all the circulating 50p's, you still need a Benjamin Bunny in your collection, despite it being the most common coin, commemorative 50p in circulation. And there are plenty of common coins which I think are beautiful designs, like the Florence Nightingale £2 coin or the DNA double helix. They are really lovely coins, although despite the fact that they're very common. So even if they are quite common and they don't have a numismatic or collector's value, they can still bring joy to have found one because they're such a nice design. And lots of people have lots of opinions on their favourite coins, and it's not always just going to be whatever the rarest coin is. But no, I'm fortunate enough, I'm lucky enough to find some exciting coins. If you watched yesterday's video, I was a very, very lucky coin collector in what I found. So yeah, you're not going to get the most rare and valuable coins every single time you pick up a handful of change, but if you don't look, you definitely won't find. Okay, we have got 2 comments from Gold Taker, who says the Star Wars coin is crazy and the strangest coin I found is a jersey commemorative. Can't explain the design exactly. It was sort of like a star or shield. I'm sure you know what I mean, but I've never come across one since. So the star and shield is the Jersey parishes, I think. It's a beautiful design. Again, a lovely coin. I think the Star Wars coin you mentioned, that was oh my goodness, that was one hunt, wasn't it? I found it at Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games, but also a Pitcairn Island £2 coin with Han Solo on the design and King Charles on the obverse, which is not a coin naturally being used in circulation in the UK, nor the Pitcairn Islands. That is not the denominations that they use, so it's a bit of marketing gimmickry. So when that turned up, it was very cool. I was very excited. Gold Taker then commented moments later on another video, you found that jersey coin I mentioned on your other video. That's crazy. That is kind of spooky that you left a comment about a specific coin and then the next one of my videos you clicked on, I found the coin. If only you'd mentioned the Kew Gardens or Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games, and the next video you watched I found one of those. I wonder if there's any impact because of that. Probably not. Anyway, just coincidence. With that being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, finds for today. We have got a coin from the United Arab Emirates. One fill, I think, which is pretty cool. Oh no, it's dirham, isn't it? 1 dirham. And then from Jersey, a 10 pence from 2016. We've got a couple of errors. This one we've seen similar things before. A little bit of cud. Blob of metal that shouldn't be there, interrupting the design. And then this one, look at the size of this lion's toe. Far longer than it should be. Needs to get some nail clippers, invest in those. But Star Finds. F&P, my favourite design on the alphabet 10Ps on the left, and the first one I found on the right. Of course, both 2018, both ones we don't need for the book. The book contains the F&P already. Well, if you have also found an alphabet 10P this week, then let us know in the comments what alphabet 10P you found and where you found it, just to reassure everyone that they are still out there and worth looking for. As usual, you'll find links in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come and join me and other coin collectors there, as well as links to my other social media channels, the PO box address if you want to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, company I work for as my day job, so please check them out. Also, all it leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.